And last but not least, it was very clear to me that economic development needed to take place throughout the city as well. And it had to take place in a way that was fair to everyone, that there were no sweetheart deals, no backroom deals, no people getting a special favor because they knew someone or brought someone in who knew someone. And what I wanted is that, I don't usually talk this quick, but I know you're hungry. What I wanted was a city government that was open and honest and that you could count on. That you could count on. That if you were told no, everybody would be told no. If you were told maybe, everybody would be told maybe. If you're told yes, you get it. Everyone's told yes. So that's what I campaigned on, and obviously it resonated. And as was said, I won the primary, then I won the general election, and I've spent 23 months now trying to do the best I can to deliver on the issues that I thought needed to be focused on. When I campaigned, I said I'm not a genius. I think that's one thing that I've proven. And I also can tell you that I said, don't vote for me unless you're going to help. And I've gotten an awful lot of help from an awful lot of people. And it's this volunteer effort, I think, that's beginning to help New Bedford turn itself around. I can give you several examples of that, whether it's Operation Clean Sweep, that's involved hundreds of people going out there and setting an example of cleaning the city. That's all you can do is set an example. I learned that very, very quickly. You're not going to clean the city unless everyone decides the city's going to be clean. But you set an example for it. The first time you pick up a piece of trash, you know you'll never throw one down again. And we've tried to educate the kids and the different families in the city that you want a clean city, it starts at home. It's up to you. The other thing is crime. I have spent an awful lot of time and effort building coalitions of people together so that we have safe neighborhoods. And that is something you can never turn your back on. You can't rest on your laurels. You can't claim success. But the fact of the matter is, people working together with law enforcement can bring about changes in their neighborhood, and I think we're about to do that. We have, through October now, we have approximately an 8% decrease in crime in the city, which is significant. All of our major areas of crime are down dramatically. Our violent crime, thank God, pray every night, has been down dramatically. Our shootings have been down, thank God, again, pray dramatically, as well as the homicides in the city have been reduced very, very dramatically as well. Now that doesn't mean tonight you can't have a bad night, but what I know is I've got a great police force, men and women, who are going to do everything they can to apprehend anyone who commits a crime. That on a day-by-day basis we're being very proactive. You see the articles in the paper every day that indicate we've arrested X number of more people who are involved in illegal enterprises, and we're going to keep it up. Because I won't be satisfied until I know that every young boy, girl, all of our parents, all the seniors are able to walk through the city and feel confident about it. Now, where are we going from here? I can tell you that I think the city's got tremendous momentum. I think the city is a big story throughout the state and, quite frankly, in the region. And I know that I've gotten many, many calls from other mayors around the country indicating, gee, we hear there's some good things happening in New Bedford. The good thing happening in New Bedford is people are taking pride in New Bedford. And when you feel that way about your city, it's a lot easier to see good changes come about. So we have more people volunteering for schools. We have more people who are involved on a day-to-day basis, bringing people in to see the city, bringing investors in to see the city. I think we're poised right now for some major economic development projects. I know that there are lights on at Wamsutta Mills. They're working right now as I came down here. We have a situation where the Sovereign Bank building downtown is lit up again. We've got 170 people working there in a call center. When I took office, there was no such thing as a call center. I believe that we will attract more jobs in the service sector this year. We're working on another major call center right now. I believe that more construction jobs will come in. Today I met with a Fairhaven Mills developer. I believe that project is well on its way to beginning to show people on the site and beginning to prepare the land. I know that this weekend we're putting out 8 pieces of property for auction. There are 8 pieces of property we took as a result of aggressive tax title actions. And that is one of those 8 are one of approximately 70 pieces that the city now has taken over the past 23 months. We've also collected $4 million in back taxes that people owed. This money, these properties represent another $6 million. We still have, when I took office, we had about $16 million in back taxes that weren't paid. In cash now we're down to 12. With the property, we're probably down to somewhere between 6 and 8, and we're just going to keep whittling it away. There's no way that you can pay taxes. I can't ask you to pay taxes if I ignore the person who doesn't. So I basically let everybody know, if we're all in this together, everybody's got to pay their taxes. And even though sometimes it may be very unpleasant, we have to go and take someone's property and auction the property and get the taxes that way, everybody's got to do their fair share. Everyone's got to do their fair share. And I have worked very, very hard, I think, at trying to build a camaraderie, a teamwork, a pride. I've gone to every public school, spoken to all the kids, looked in their eyes, told them some very, very simple things. Very simple things. Education is the most important thing we can do for you as a child. We're going to give you the best opportunities in education. Secondly, you've got to treat everyone like you want to be treated. That this is a very diverse city, but you have to realize that everyone has to be treated with respect. Third, the confounded, the absolutely worst thing that you can do is sit in front of a video tube all day long and play these ridiculous video games, the violent video games, watch the violent TV shows, the violent movies, listen to violent music, and then sit there and say, gee, I wonder why I'm desensitized to violence. What you need to do is exercise your mind, get out there, play some sports, join the drama club, be on the debate team, study, read. But I want you to eschew, I want you to raise your hands, and I make the kids raise their hands and say, I'm not going to be influenced by these violent, inappropriate type of shows that I see on TV all the time. And I've tried to let the parents know that as well. We know what we did when we were kids. The kids now are being, in essence, brainwashed, seeing things that are completely inappropriate. We don't even watch them now. We turn our faces away from them now. Kids at 3 o'clock in the afternoon are watching Law and Order SU or CSU or something, these shows that you look at and you say, I didn't know you could put that on TV. And that's what our kids face. So I've encouraged every adult to get involved with kids, to be responsible. Whether it's Little League, whether it's soccer, whether it's basketball, whatever it might be, cheerleading. I went and saw cheerleaders the other night. I don't care what it is. I want responsible adults working with young kids. So what will it all mean? What it'll all mean is we're just growing a community. What it'll mean is New Bedford's a big city, but it'll have a small town flavor. What it will mean is that New Bedford will make incremental change, step by step. We're no longer going to throw the long Hail Mary pass and say, I hope we get a casino, I hope we get an oceanarium, I hope we get a whatever it might be. Let's work job by job. Let's work block by block, house by house, family by family. Change it for the better, because we want it to be for the better. And if you don't want it for the better, let me know, and then New Bedford's not going to be the place for you. You know, Walpole State Prison will be the place for you, wherever it might be, but it's not going to be New Bedford, Massachusetts. And that's the way I've tried to approach it. I've approached it, I'll end with this. I've approached it the same way that you would. Basically at my kitchen table, applying common sense, fairness on every issue. I look at it and say, does this make sense? If it doesn't, I say, then what are we doing? If it makes sense, I say, then let's keep going. If it doesn't make sense and I don't understand it, I get educated on it, and then I say, okay. If it doesn't make sense, I don't believe in it, but I'm mandated to do it, then I speak out against it. I do it, but I speak out against it, something like the MCAS. And the fact of the matter is, and last but not least, what I try and do is do it as if it was my own money. So that the idea that somehow, and I'll end with one last thought, so the idea that somehow I am using the taxpayers' money and it has no consequence because it's only big numbers is something that I completely reject. I'm looking at every penny and trying to figure out how we save more. I put the bus contracts out to bid. We saved hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars. I put health insurance out to bid. I believe we'll save millions of dollars. Anything I can do to save money for the taxpayers, I'm trying to do, because I know how hard it is to make a dollar. Right? I've been in the private sector my whole life. I know how hard it is. Now, last.